Maybe I
idea
shouldn't
of
have the
like,
second glass.
you know what? To hell with it. I guess the question is for small streamers out there who or any size really, do you find that streaming is kind of invading real life thought? Like,
Ah,
are does it have a box it stays in, or is it kind of just like you're free flowing with it? I find I need to try to keep it in a box because I got a lot of other things to balance. I think most of us do.
yes. Yes.
That's kind of like, do you ever
No,
struggle with
I
that? I
definitely do.
guess.
I do, and I tend to really specifically keep it in a box because currently I'm actually looking for I'm not working at the moment, but I am currently interviewing. There's a job
Mhm.
opportunity that might be coming up, maybe, possibly. I should know in the next day or early next week.
Oh wow.
So
Okay.
I try. That's the other reason. Like I don't know if I have a goal is because um real life work and real life, you know, takes up a lot of
Yeah.
time and energy. And so to I've always been the type of person where if I am going to do something, if I'm going to, you know, get a new job, if I'm going to go to school, if I'm going to do something that I have a goal, all my energy goes into that. Like
Hmm.
I get so focused and obsessed in a way to
Yeah.
make it happen. I'm going to do whatever it takes. And so because this was sort of a just a fun thing to do at first,
Hmm.
like I'm trying to keep it that way so that
Hmm.
but at the same time, if it does grow into something that could be a full-time gig, then absolutely, like, that'll be
Yeah.
my absolute 100% focus, and
Gotcha.
I'll go all for it.
Gotcha. I find it so interesting the balance and backstory that streamers of different backgrounds have of where this fits into life. I mean,
Right,
to
right.
your point, there are and life changes as you do this platform too, right? We have
Absolutely.
some that are doing it because they're off work and they get a position, or some that are doing it as a
Right.
hobby, or some that are doing it because I don't know. I mean, they're all different motivations, right? So I'm always interested to know how that fits. Mainly just to offer to anyone else who was in a similar situation, just understanding that view, I guess. I totally understand what you're saying about keeping it kind of in a spot where you don't pour all eggs in that basket, keeping some
Right.
flexibility with it.
Right.
Um, but certainly, yeah, I kind of feel like the same boat in a sense. Like if it were to grow, why would I say no to it? It's really enjoyable and it's
Exactly.
fun. But
Yeah.
if it's if it's not meant to be, certainly the it can be held in a balance as a hobby or something like that.
'Cause
I yeah,
it does take a lot of it's a lot of energy. Like, not only is it a
absolutely.
lot of production, you gotta set up, you have to have the right equipment and you have to maintain that equipment. Like, there's a lot technically to it, but then there's a lot, mentally and emotionally to it as well, to where if if I did stream more and if I did turn this into, like, 100%, this is what I wanna do, I would have to push all the other things aside because I wouldn't have the mental,
Yeah,
uh, focus to do those other things. It really just it does take quite a bit of just energy,
of
I guess is
course.
the right word to
Yeah,
do it.
yeah. I've heard
So
full timers are talking like they're only live, yeah, 24, 30, 40 hours a week. They're
right.
working 12, 15-hour days on their stuff, trying to build things out,
Yeah.
plan, everything else. And
Yeah.
it's incredible the lift you don't see behind every
Yeah.
other stream that's in there. That's why everyone
Yeah,
needs a
I
chuck.
watch a lot absolutely. I watch a lot of, YouTube uh videos on stream recommendations like I think you and I were talking about Stream Scheme,
Yes.
LJM,
Yeah.
and the other one God, Chuck will know. I can't remember the guy's name, but he streams on YouTube and
That
like we were
Harris?
watching
Harris Heller?
uh, yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's right. I
He
think that's
just
right.
he
I've been
just left
watching
recently, I think, and went
yeah,
recently.
and
Mhm.
we've been watching a lot of his videos lately and just to get an idea of like, is that a possibility? And I really liked his recommendations of, you know, I don't know if diversifying was the right word, but he
Yeah.
basically like, he gets his income from not just streaming. He does his YouTube videos. He
Mm-hmm.
does ads and all these other ways of like
Yeah.
making it his career. And it's huge. It's a
Yeah.
ton of effort and energy, and it's amazing. Like if you can make that work, holy cow,
Yeah.
it's an incredible way to go, but
I
it takes a lot.
a lot of effort, and I even tip my cap to you guys, because when you even just the highlight videos, the YouTube stuff that you put out, is
Yeah, we're
already,
kind of dabbling in it.
it's already a step above, I think, so many other folks in terms of the quality of those videos and the way it's edited together. I mean, that's a real um asset that I think you have already. In
Mm,
addition to how fun the live stream is and everything else. It's such an evolution, this whole process. You learn one
it
bit
is
of this at a time, and many
totally.
times I know this was my first approach, was I got to have all of this right away before I can do anything, before I
Yeah,
can actually
it sucks
go
to have that
live.
mentality. I
Yeah, it's
know.
really hard. And even for this, like even for sitting down and talking to some folks in this format, I was like, I got to make sure I've got, all this stuff right. And then I kind of hit this point that I go, you know what is done, kind of, oh shoot, done is better than perfectly done. Like done,
Yeah,
I'm totally screwing up that
I
phrase,
hear you. I
but
hear you.
it's basically to say you've got to do something to be able to work off of it as a foundation, to know, is it
Exactly.
good, is it not, does it work, does it not. So just the stuff that you're putting out there with between the streaming and the YouTube content, and now broaching into Twitter, I think that's, I mean, I have personally no doubt that you'll be just as magnetic as you are in all your other avenues. So
Thank
anyhow,
you.
for those of you in chat that are hanging with us, thank you guys so much for don't let perfect be the enemy of the good. Oh, see, everyone needs a damn Chuck, I'm telling you.
Oh, look at that.
I know.